Hi, I'm Salif. Today, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the relationship between natural environments and paying attention, and a lot about my own story of serendipity with respect to my work. See, I have a lot of pastimes. My partner would probably say obsessions, but I'm really into a lot of things like camping, hunting, fishing, gardening, playing music, science, of course, and I'm always searching for new things I can do, new experiences. I'm a very eclectic person. I tend to have very little control over what any of these activities might be at any given moment. Just the next thing to pique my interest. I also have trouble noticing things in plain sight, organizing and completing tasks, remembering my talk, and I'm a pathological procrastinator. My dad got me this book over 10 years ago, and I swear I'm going to open it soon. So you can tell from my list of hobbies that I gravitate toward the outdoors. I believe I was born with a certain magnetism toward nature, and theories say that we all are. I'm just always looking for new ways I can participate in and not just observe the wild. As an undergraduate, I had the crazy idea I could understand people, and so became a psychology major. As a research assistant, I was introduced to a project that would become my thesis, testing whether scenes like these could increase feelings of humility in people. And they did. Interestingly, during that project, I didn't procrastinate at all. The topic and doing my own experiment was so exciting to me that I didn't have to try to be engaged. I was 21, spending Friday nights entering data. I turned thesis chapters in weeks ahead of time. That's when I knew what my life's path would be, and it had landed right in my lap. I was going to go to grad school and continue to investigate this relationship between nature and human psychology, really pin down the evidence as to why we need nature. In my master's program, I was assigned to the cognitive psychology lab. That's the study of thought mechanics like memory and attention. And that's how I ended up in the field. I didn't choose cog life chose me. So at a conference, my friend, that's him, he actually had the forethought to read the program. I didn't. But he told me about a poster presenting work in my area. That's how I met Carrie Jordan and how I ended up here at USU for my PhD. Our work focuses on attention restoration theory, which says that natural environments that grab your attention are best suited to restore your ability to pay attention. That's because they're inherently interesting, so we don't have to try to pay attention to them. We just follow our intrigue. But most people mature out of things like procrastination and distractibility, but mine has only gotten worse, especially as my demands increase. I manage the lab, teach, parent a toddler, and still try to juggle all those hobbies. Last summer, my partner, a psychotherapist, was asked to diagnose a child whose parents suspected he had ADHD inattentive type. After reviewing the DSM, she frantically called me, screaming in my ear, "You have this! This is what you have!" I wasn't quite as thrilled. So I went to the counseling center and got assessed. On these measures, 50 is the population mean with standard deviations of 10. That means most people score close to 50, and the further away you score, the more extreme you are compared to the population, to the point that 99.7% of people will score between 20 and 80. Now, on the scale of DSM inattentive symptoms, I scored a 90. That's bad. So, research shows that a single 20-minute walk in nature can have the same degree of symptom reduction as Ritalin in children with ADHD. Also, routine exposure to green spaces is associated with long-term reduction in symptom severity. So here I've been, really struggling through inattentiveness to study how nature can improve attention from the confines of a basement office with no windows that I'll someday decorate, that not knowing the whole time that I had ADHD myself. So maybe I've been drawn to nature because it helps me function better where I'm cognitively deficient. We all study the things we do for reasons, even if unbeknownst to us. It's fascinating to me that despite my lack of planning and forethought, inattention guided me along this incredibly self-applicable path. So now I've got new direction. I'd like to turn some of my sparse attention to the relationship between nature and people with ADHD, as it were, continuing my own investigation of the relationship with nature and myself, and maybe inform ADHD education and answer new research questions such as, "Ooh, squirrel!" Thank you.